Okay. Okay, we'll wait to see who shows up. It appears I'm live now. So we'll wait and see who shows up, and we'll wait a few minutes. Yep, tonight's topic is exactly as it is. It is not clickbait. And hopefully an interesting discussion will happen, assuming people show up. Okay, let's give it a few minutes. Okay. Let's give it a few minutes. Okay. I will timestamp this part. If nobody shows up, I will have to cancel it. Okay. Let's see. Yeah. Okay. Yes, typing ASMR, kids. We can open with a little typing ASMR. Okay, we have someone here. Okay. So we'll wait a few more minutes for a few more to show up. For that one person who is watching, if you can share the link to this live stream, it would be greatly appreciated. Yes. It will be greatly appreciated. I was watching old reruns of Gordon Ramsay's Kitchen Nightmares. Gotta say, some of it is a lot of fun. Some of it is a lot of fun. Just before starting this live stream, I just read up on YouTube's new terms and services that takes effect on December 10th, a month from now. And if I read correctly, smaller channels can get wiped out entirely. YouTube will now, as of the 10th, will reserve the right to sponge a channel that it deems not commercially viable. Right. So, anyways, I'm hoping that some of these YouTube gurus, like Brian G. Johnson and company, Nick Nimmin, or Roberto Blake, make videos to shed light on this. Because that means YouTube will only be the elite platform with 10,000 subs and up. Oh, dear. So, hope we see something soon. I mean, after all that hard work, we smaller creators, we work hard on our channels. Yeah. And mental health is not exactly a commercial commodity these days. With the exception of a very few channels like Depression to Expression. Okay, so now, anyways, okay, 2 viewers, we can get started. Yeah, the positivity. Are there positive aspects to anyone with a mental illness? And no, not clickbait. It came to me. Let me give you a few short clips of what I mean. Say what few short items, what I mean. For instance, I remember a long time ago, and my boss's sister had a son who was suffering from schizophrenia as well as a cocaine addiction. And as a result, he was continuously fighting with his parents, and he was dependent on them financially. So he had to meet his basic needs. So he had to live with them, but he would continuously butt heads. And he used to tell his mom that his mom and everybody else were jealous of him because, in his words, he said he saw things that nobody else saw, that he heard things that nobody else saw. Of course, I disagree with that. I disagree with that statement entirely. But some, I guess, might see that as a positive. But I'm not going to dwell further into that. Just to put it out there that there is at least one person in the world that thinks that way. Wow. On a more positive note, Eric, aka Driven Industries, when I did that interview with him about mental health and employment last summer, he told me when he was working in his many years as a sales manager, most of the sales team that he hired were indeed recovering addicts. Yeah, because he explained that addicts can be manipulative, and they can be quite manipulative. So he figured a recovering addict could use this skill for positivity, to sell product, to sell product. So that too could be looked upon as a positive. And then not that long ago, Gary over at Bipolar Corner, in his community tab, yes, one of the benefits, over 1,000 subs, you get a community tab. But anyways, he had asked for video suggestions like many other YouTubers do. And there was someone who had asked, and let me read it out because I have it. She had asked him if he could talk about positive aspects about his mental illness. For example, are you more creative? Are you more compassionate, etc., etc.? I could answer I'm not going to answer for Gary if he wants to do a video for that. If he is inclined to do so, that's up to him to do so. But I will answer for myself, and according to my own observation. And I thought a lot about this recently especially because after I think many of you heard of Greta Thunberg, who the young climate activist who suffers from autism spectrum disorder, as well as a bunch of other mental health issues. From what I've read, there's depression and OCD detected, and all that stuff. But anyways, I'm not sure if it was her herself who said it or her handlers that started the meme saying that her being on the autism spectrum, having Asperger's, made her a superhero. Okay, I disagree with that entirely as well, at least in the context that the meme was put out. I thought it was quite arrogant, but again, that's another topic for another time. I'm not going to go in so far as to say it's us, the neurodivergent, or those of us with mental health issues are superheroes. Are we more talented? Are we more creative? Are we more intelligent? Are we more compassionate, more empathetic? Let's explore that. Let's explore that, shall we? In my case, I'm not sure if it's just because I've been through a lot of crap that I can empathize with others, that I am more of an empath than a lot of people. Maybe, I tend to feel like, in addition to my own suffering, my own pain and suffering, I can tend to get to the point where I feel other people's pain and suffering, sympathy pains, if you will. But is that mental illness? Is that a product of PTSD or anxiety or depression? Or is it just simply because I went through a lot of crap and I can relate to somebody who has, and maybe I understand things a little better than somebody who was fortunate enough to not have gone through what people like myself have gone through. So does that make me more empathetic? Creativity. Yes, we do often hear very prominent, famous people in our history with mental illness. Vincent van Gogh. It's been said Ernest Hemingway suffered from mental health issues. Sylvia Plath and Virginia Woolf, definitely, that's on record. But are they more creative because of their mental illness, or was it just because they had a talent and they had a talent to tell stories? I mean, to be a successful writer, you have to be able to write down on paper, literally make words jump off a page. I know I took a lot of writing courses and I did try my hand at a writing career, which is completely stalled over time in favor of YouTube. Although if YouTube gets its way as of December 10th, we'll see how that changes. But anyways, it's I don't know if there's engagement in the live chat, which I would love to have had a discussion about this. But anyways, I'll leave this stream up, however long it is, and I will see if anybody in the comments section, put it down below, is having a mental illness, does that make, or being neurodivergent, does that make us more creative? Or is it just because we tend to have more stories to tell, or we just happen to know? In other words, is it a coincidence? Yeah, is it a coincidence? So that's something we'd have to wait and see on, right? So hang on. Okay. Nothing here. All right. So anyways, yeah. So I don't know. It's something. It's something I'm on the fence on about. I mean, some can argue also that some people with a deficit in something, either by birth or it came to them later, can have heightened senses. For example, somebody who is blind, it's been said that they have a heightened sense of smell, heightened sense of hearing, etc. So do we, whose brains are twisted and tied, are we, hang on. Yep. So are we, oh dear. Oh dear. Okay. So anyways, I lost my train of thought. I'm not sure I'm going to leave this stream up. We'll see. Because I don't seem to have too much engagement. Okay, I'm going to have to find, if anybody has any topic ideas, please leave them in the live chat, because I'm at a loss for topics these days. I should probably upload as much as I can before December 10th, when YouTube's new terms and services come to light. So, anyways, yeah. Oh gosh. Yeah, well, you know what? I'm going to put an end to this live stream. I'm going to put an end to this live stream after all, and I'm not going to keep it up. Anyways, I'll see you next time, okay? Bye.